And now we are live, so it's happy time. From the Toilets to Titles Podcast Network Studio. I don't know what rhymes with studio. Oh, with old McDonald's, E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, that's it. E-I-E-I-O. You'll hear George laugh at every fart joke. That's why Jason is his favorite bloke. Rich brings the Fritos, we won't wear tuxedos. Joe leaves the screen now and then. It's because he's old and has to pee again. We won't go hungry with the ultimate sandwich artist Sully. Brayton has an odd obsession for Billy Crystal, let's call it affection. Kenny's spirit animal is Philip Rivers. They both have 47 kids and Kenny named his last one after Rivers. Kick up your feet and grab a drink. We drop random crap to help make you laugh. So enjoy the show and away we go. The host makes up the rules as we go. Here's Justin Stevens and away we go.
All right, and I feel like last time I had the new song, and now we just went back to the old song. I'll get my crap together eventually one day, I promise. But everybody, welcome back to Toilets and Titles, the Funday Draft Show. We are excited about today's episode. Jason, I don't know if you can fix that screen before we get the draft board going, but we all look really tiny for absolutely no reason right now. Today's draft show is trucker call signs. All right, so just to give everybody a little forewarning, our man George here is feeling a bit under the weather. He's had a rough week, a little sick. He'll do anything to get some time off of work, but I don't blame him. So his analysis will probably be short and sweet and to the point. But hey, everybody, thank you very much for coming on. Looks like we already have some comments. It's probably Eli. That's right, my man Eli is in the house. Thanks for chiming in, Eli. A couple of us got the memo to wear our trucker hats, but I haven't told everybody this yet, Kenny. But I wanted to kind of keep it as a surprise. But we have a ringer with Kenny on here because of your dad, right?
Yes, he's drove a semi for 40 years.
So you've heard all of the call signs, right?
I've heard a bunch of them, yes.
All right, so on tonight's show, just so everybody knows the premise, we must all draft a trucker call sign and then designate it to one of the guys on the screen that you see right now, including ourselves. So we will all have a pick for each of all six of us, and then we're going to go a couple extra rounds on top of that where it can be anybody. So if you want your first three picks to be George, then so be it. Then the rest of them must be one of each of the rest of us. I did throw in an extra rule at the end for this one just because of the dynamics of it, and that is if a trade happens, and let's say Rich's name is tagged with that trucker call sign, then that trucker's call sign and the tag to Rich must also go to the new team, unless the new team can't fit him in there because they don't have enough roster spots left. Then they can change Rich into one of the other guys just to make it fit if we have to, which also might get interesting because it might be designated specifically for a person, and then it gets stuck going to someone else. So that's the premises of tonight's draft. Do I have any questions about the premises for tonight? All right. Sounds pretty simple. Jason, you can fix that if you like that other screen better. I'm cool either way. I think the other way probably makes it bigger. So again, kicking off with Rich with the 101 here, and I didn't mean to say again in a negative way, but the way we do it is reverse order of how we're finishing on the season, and Rich has kind of been hovering around that 101 for a while now.
There we go.
I don't have a problem hanging around in number ones in these kind of drafts. So my first one is, I'm not assigning this one to anybody yet. It's just something I have to get out and stuff like that, because it just like goes back to the days and stuff like that where I just got used to saying Roscoe Pico Train.
All right. Definitely not what I expected. Love it. I do love that one. But you do have to designate it to somebody.
even though we're gonna have 6 spots later on.
Yep. Because we need
So
to
we
know
have
who
2
you.
people then. 2
Yeah,
people.
there
have-
will.
Wait, can he keep one for himself? You said.
Yeah.
You know what? Which one of you guys look like a Roscoe Pico train kind of guy? You know
I
what?
guess he doesn't think of himself as Roscoe.
I'm gonna look at Kenny as a Roscoe Pico kind of.
Kenny, that's a compliment. Roscoe
Yeah.
is a great character.
Yeah, he was the third
I
best
would've
character
taken-
on the show.
I would have taken Roscoe.
Well, he was the 4th best behind the General Lee.
I mean, I like Roscoe tacos, so
There you go. All right, Jason, you're up.
So I had a list coming in, and then I was doing a quick Google search right before the show, and on brand for the dumbest name, but I have to have it. I'm taking Truckee McTruckface.
Okay. Kenny, in all your years of hearing your dad talk about other guys with call signs, you ever hear that one?
no.
So
they got-
do you know the story behind that stupid name?
No, I
I
don't.
don't.
No, it's an internet meme. So anytime any municipality puts out, hey, what should we name this thing? And it started with a boat. The write-in name won, and it was Bodie McBoatface.
Gotcha.
And it's become an internet meme for any time there's a vote for any municipality to like put in a request for a name for something. So I saw Truckee McTruckface right before we started the show and said I have to have it.
I love it.
I mean, just to assign somebody, I'm gonna name. It's gonna be Joe, because he's
Sounds
a
good.
McTruckface if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely. I have the
That
most
trucker
beautiful McTruck face.
All right, so let's see what the ringer has in store in the first round. Now, remember, everybody, the first 2 rounds are safe. Whatever picks you make in the first 2 rounds, it will not change. You will get those 2 picks with you at the end of the draft.
All right, so I am going to use the and I'm gonna designate this one to myself. This is the one this is my dad's trucker call name. And it's because he's from Indiana. And everybody always said he was in a hurry because he typically broke the speed limit. So I'm going to go with it's called Double H. It stands for Hurry and Hoosier.
How do you want it presented on the screen?
Double H, and then at the bottom in parentheses or whatever, just put Hurry and Hoosier.
Gotcha.
Love it.
So I think my dad would be proud of that one.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Jason, I
speak-
think it's hurrying, Hurring.
Actually,
hurrying
I got
Hoosier,
it.
not hurry and Hoosier.
I got it. I speak Hoosier. I fixed it. We're good.
All right, Joe.
All right.
Y'all speak
Is-
Hoosier. The rest of us speak English. It's hard sometimes to decipher between the 2 languages.
Yeah.
All right,
agree.
I'm gonna take my 101 pick, and for myself, I'm gonna
All
assign
right.
this one to myself, and that's gonna be Bandit.
Nice. I like it. Very traditional.
I love how it's traditional.
One of the definitely high on my list. Speaking of my list, I'm having trouble finding it now. All right. So for me, I think the first one is obvious, and I'm shocked that nobody, including the man, the myth, and the legend himself, didn't take this one. I got to go Frito Bandito and designate that to Rich. Like any of our viewers or listeners out there, that's how we know him. Rich is the Frito, and the Frito is Rich. So I'm going Frito Bandito as the call sign, giving it to Rich.
I was gonna give that to Rich on my next in round number 2.
Yeah.
I definitely had that on the list for Rich. I think we all basically did. I got back-to-back picks
Good
here, and I'm gonna go Jason, and then I'm gonna go Joe. Those are gonna be the 2 orders for the next 2 picks. They're names that I think fit them. One's kind of funny, one's kind of not. The first one for Jason, we're going to go with Space Cadet. Just because, he works out at SpaceX and
That's a good
deals
one.
with all the rockets and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of corner the space industry for Jason with Space Cadet. I don't think anybody else will view there now. And then for Joe, I mean, this is easy. Come on now. This is Gramps.
Mr. Handsome.
I had that on the list for you, Joe, but we're gonna go with Gramps. Hey, not Grandpa, not Papa. Nope, Gramps. It just sounds cooler. Sounds hip. Coming across that radio, I can see it.
It means experience.
Exactly.
So no lie, I had Gramps down for Rich as well. So
actually, it would have been more appropriate for Rich.
Yeah, he literally is a Gramps.
That's why I went with Gramps and not Grandpa.
Yeah.
Rich could always spin the wheel and try to steal it from me.
You know what? I just remembered it. I didn't have Gramps. I started to put Gramps, and I looked it up. Hold on. It was I put abuelo, which is grandfather in Spanish. That's what that's what I was gonna use for Rich, but I'm not now because Gramps is taken.
Still available.
Abuelo.
All right, so I have some good ones that I think are going to be available at the end. I was going to go with me next, but then I realized nobody is even going to come close to thinking of this for me. So I'm going to go with Kenny next on this one, just because I know that a lot of you guys don't know a lot about Kenny. What you guys do know about Kenny is something that we've been very public about. So I feel like if I get this corner now, then you may not really know his personality well enough to maybe hit on a good nickname for him later. So Kenny, your nickname on your trucker call sign name is Nugget.
Can I get some background on that, please?
Yeah, so Kenny and I both have had testicular cancer, so we've only got one boy left playing in the band, if you know what I mean. So so that's the inside joke there. So
I like it.
Okay,
I've actually got something in mind later.
I didn't want to go there, so I was waiting for one of you guys to do that because that goes with something I'm gonna holler in a little bit.
I've got a question then. So if you guys touch them together, is it like the Wonder Twins?
Well,
Kenny's got the left one, you got the right one.
Yeah, that actually is true.
Yeah, that is true. Yes.
So together we make a pair.
Yeah. Just like that lady at the Bengals game thought we did.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's move on here, Joe.
All right. I have a whole bunch of names that I love, that I like a lot, but I don't really have anything that really like stands out to me in terms of like, oh, this one is definitely for Jason or Justin or Kenny but I'm just gonna go with some just the ones that I like. And I'm just a really big fan of the show Regular Show. It's a cartoon and it's actually hilarious. And there was a one character who had a trucker dad, and they called him the call sign was Muscle Dad. And I guess I'll sign it to George. Muscle Dad.
There you go.
Great character. Great show.
We need to get him a uniform for that. It sounds like a superhero name.
A Muscle Dad shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, never mind. You know what? I'm going to be nice.
Only on Adult Swim, Eli says.
Eli shouldn't be watching Adult Swim because it's for adults. So I'll ignore the fact that he knows what it is.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have done this then, should I?
Yeah, you totally called him out.
I feel like I was totally snitching on Eli by putting this up there.
No longer the favorite uncle. All right. Kenny, you are up.
All right. So I don't know how many of you guys for a DOT, truckers call them they call them Smoky Bears. So you'll hear about a trucker talk about a Smoky Bear. Again, I don't know a lot of you on a deep level, but for some reason, I'm just gonna go with George, and I'm gonna go with Smoky Bear for George.
Man, that
That's a
hits
good
me
one.
on.
That's
I'm the
extremely
smoker in this group.
Yeah, but he's talking about DOT as law enforcement, and being the fact that I worked in law enforcement for 8 years, that actually fits pretty well.
Mhm.
I'm gonna, there's a theme. George is a muscle daddy and a bear. You guys might see George in a different way than he'd like to be seen.
I'm okay with the way I'm being portrayed right now.
Smoky Bear hits. It makes me change the one that I had in mind for George, at least the top one I had in mind for George, because mine was pretty similar for him.
I've got two that are kind of on point. I've already got one for Joe, so I'm gonna hold the other one I've got for Joe since he's Trucky McTruckface. Bad mistake on my part. I should have made it anybody else and then given Joe this other one I have. Hopefully it comes back to me. That's fine. I'm gonna do Kenny next. I'm gonna call him the Gambler.
Oh,
for
nice.
Kenny
That's a good one.
Loggins.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
Man, you're being generous to Kenny.
fits me well.
Well, I don't know
That
him
is
very
good.
well,
It
so
does.
it's harder to make
It
fun
does.
of him.
He's a gambling man.
I mean, there's nothing to make fun of me about.
And there you go. That's the Gambler.
That's not true. Have you heard that accent? Holy shit.
All right, Rich.
All right. So since you guys did bring it up about the One Nut Club, I'm going to be going with Justin next. And this automatically popped in my head earlier and stuff like that. I just didn't know if I was going to give it to Kenny or give it to Justin and stuff like that. But the more I say it out and stuff like that, this fits Justin so much. So mine for Justin will be One Nut McDustin. Not Justin, One Nut McDust.
No, yep. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I like it. I've been called so much worse in my life. I'll take that. All right. We can only spin the wheel after the third round, right? So we're still but that's it for the safe picks. So from here on out, pick at your own what do they call that?
Peril.
Your own peril in this game for sure. All right, Rich, you are up for the third round, and we don't really have sponsors for this one. I guess I do want to kind of plug the Patreon. That's patreon.com/toilets and titles. We have a couple more affordable options out there for you if you want to hop in and support the show. I think one is just like a $2 or $3 level now. That's pretty much you're just supporting us to give us $2 or $3 a month, and then from there it moves up to the money bags levels. But obviously, the higher the level, the more you get with it, including entries into the Frankenstank League and the Frankenstank Listener League, where Freddy Krueger gets drafted before Pat Mahomes and all that sort of stuff. So good fun league. This is going to be year 5 for it, and then. Yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to plug real quick, Rich. Give you a little time to think about your pick on the churn back here. What's your 301?
No, I already had. I was ready to go. This one's for Jason. Just for some reason, every time I see Jason, this is what I think of. And then when I was looking through truckers and stuff like that, I said, this fits you. So Jason is going to be Happy Buddha.
I'll take it. I have to look up how to spell Buddha. I think it's
Buddah.
Yeah, it was 1 D short.
Happy Buddha. Nice.
So
just real quick, just to address, we are not on Gilded anymore. Like, he was just letting Eli know what it was, but we're not on Gilded. Yeah, there you go. You already got it. I'm an idiot. Go ahead. I should have trusted you.
So The third round is the one that tends to get moved all over the place. And I'm going to pull a Justin here, and I'm going to put a name in here that I don't necessarily want at the end of this, but I'm going to spin the wheel enough times, hopefully, that this one gets shifted. There is a term that's pretty offensive, and I'm not going to use the whole thing. But we were trying to talk about what the worst name you could come up with, kind of the grossest name you could come up with at one point. So I'm not going to use the F word, but it's in the middle there. Eli, cover your ears. But the name here is going to be Moist F Muppet.
Who's it being assigned to?
Somebody's trying to get us kicked off YouTube.
I didn't say the word. I absolutely didn't say the word. And I'm not assigning it to George for fun, because I love George.
You put the temptation there for all of us to say it.
I've got a whole new list now.
And here's the thing. It's the one I'm going to go off the reservation and do that for, because I ended up with Justin's dog at my dinner party. So I'm desperately hoping Justin ends up with the Muppet. You can't say I don't have fun with this.
I think anybody's scared to say anything.
No, I'm trying to figure something out here. I think I spelled this correctly.
Now, if you want me to, there you go.
I'm just trying not to die.
All right. No, I don't hate it. Like I've got some picks that are in line with that. A little bit more. I don't know. PG-13, but yeah. No, you're good. You're good. You didn't say it, so we're good.
I'm keeping us YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, go ahead. Get us back on track, Kenny, or take us further off the rails. I don't care.
Well, I'm actually going to go with yours now, Justin.
Okay.
This is the one I had in mind for you, and it goes back again to the One Nut Club thing. But my trucker name for you is called Single Shot.
Hey, it only takes one.
It only takes one. I've proven that.
Oh, that does remind me though, like just because I'm starting to see all these names on here, a trucker call sign is like 1, 2, or maybe 3 words. Like we're not, it's not like a super long, like if 1 or 2 is definite. 3, maybe we can have a discussion, but if it's 4 or more, don't even say it. Try to shorten it up. So, but I forgot to mention that at the beginning, so I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, Joe, what do you got?
All right, here's another one that I like, of course. And let's see. So far, I've only assigned a name to George. I'm going to assign this one to Justin. I'll get Justin out of the way. And I like this one. This is one of my personal favorite ones. If you can hold on to it, you're welcome. Honky Tonk.
Hey, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that goes back even to the old WWF days.
That just reminds me of another name from the old WWF days. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that one. I like that. That's nice. All right. Let's see. So, man, I've got a really good one here for Joe. So I'm going to save it because I don't want to lose it because we all know the 3rd and 4th rounds kind of get diced up a lot. I'm going to try to save that one for later. This one is going to be hilarious no matter who it lands on. And like, I've got to say it now just because it's going to be funny. I don't have one for George yet. It wasn't my first option for George, but like I said, that there was another pick similar for him. So George, your trucker call sign is Type 2.
No problem. Because there is 2 types. There's you guys, and then there's me.
I think we all knew what I was talking about.
It's not what you were talking about. It's how I spin it.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right.
All right.
So I'm up for 2.
And you can use the wheel for the second one if you choose.
No, so this one normally gets moved around, as Jason mentioned when he decided to go with Marty Mick F Muppet or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I'm going to think I'm going to go with Rich here. And it's not one that I had on my list up until a minute ago. I was trying to keep it, actually more PG in names that I thought would be relative to the individual. But then I'm going to say F that, and we're going to go with Dirty Sanchez for Rich.
Yeah, without telling us, but you know what? Never mind.
And yes, I believe we all have Urban Dictionary. If not, everybody watching this has one in their hand. It's called a phone, and you can Google that.
Yeah, George and Rich have been to Canton together, so I'm sure George knows if it fits or not.
And then we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel.
All right, our first wheel spin right out the gate. All right. All right. All right, make a force trade with George. George, well, we can't do this one. I'm gonna leave it on there.
I can do that. That's fine.
No, you can't because you don't have any, more than one pick that can be moved.
I'll trade it with myself.
All right, so George, here's yours. You're too sick to argue with me right now.
I am.
All right, so I'm gonna get an extra pick, and it's not this current round, so not round 3. I get an extra pick in round 4, and then I lose my last pick to recover.
Wait, this is round 4, so you get an extra pick in round 5, right?
Okay, yeah, there you go then.
All right, so I've got to make another selection here. Looking around, who don't I have a name for yet? Let me mark this one off on my list. Okay, sorry I'm delaying. All right, we're gonna go with one for me. I'm gonna name myself here. It's gonna be my my PS5 gamer tag, Twisted Fate.
All right.
Well, we are used to George giving himself names.
Listen, yeah. I have one on here that I kind of gave myself. It's at the back of the list. If I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, it was number 3 on my list for you, George, but I think I'm going to go a different direction. Find somebody else to pick on here. Let's see. All right, who have I not picked for yet? Because I've got a good one here for somebody I haven't picked on just yet. And we will go with. I don't have Joe yet. So, Joe, your trucker call sign name is Tramp Stamp.
All right. That's actually my confirmation name.
There you go. All right, Joe.
Oh, I know. All right. Since we were just talking about wrestling a little while ago, and I know a bunch of people are into wrestling, but I in particular know that that Jason's really into wrestling. I finally remember our wrestling episode, I think from last year. That was a classic. And I'm going to give you this is a one back in the day from like the 80s. He was always a good fighter, always put up a good fight, always lost to like the ones that the guys were like leveled up a little more, like a Hulk Hogan. He wasn't a star level, but he was a dependable name. And that's Junkyard Dog.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Nice.
He was a goodie.
Nice. So Joe's just going to reach back to the old WWE names. I like it.
Before you guys were even born, baby.
I think it was
No, I remember him.
DAWG, wasn't it?
You know what? I think you're right. DAWG. You guys remember
Yes.
Junkyard Dog?
Yeah, I remember
Oh, yeah.
Junkyard
Yeah.
Dog.
I like to
Yeah,
believe we were all born when he was alive.
Yeah, because wasn't he? But he was
I
he was
forgot
there
to
with like
spin.
the Repo Man.
How? What's that?
He was there with the Repo Man also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That also could be a good call sign.
I mean, it could be.
Hey,
It's not the
Joe.
one.
Joe, I'm going to send you a message on Twitter.
Sounds good.
There's
Collusion.
a little,
Collusion
behind.
going on.
You're lucky that I don't give a shit. All right, Kenny, you are up.
My next one will be for Joe, since he is the smoker of the group. And I'm going to go with the call sign of Smokestack.
All right. I'm racking up the names pretty quick. Smokestack. That's a good one. Speaking of which, it's time for a smoke break.
All right. Well, man, I'm gonna you reminded me that the third and the fourth get all messed up, so I'll go back to being serious in the fifth. But I got another name for George. He's a Dolphins fan. Their quarterback's Tua. So how about a little Hawk Tua for George?
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
That's so original.
It usually
Wow. I'm
does
so
after
impressed.
the Hawk Tua.
Yeah, I set you up for that. I was waiting for somebody.
I appreciate that.
That's pretty good.
Look, I'm going for vote. I should have spun the wheel, but I'll get it next round.
All right. I figured that would be on a lot of lists. Rich, you are up to bat.
Let's get the wheel up. Let's spin it.
Oh, you got it.
You know, it'll backfire is if Joe gets to make the trade.
Nope. Rich, you get an extra pick in the next round, which is coming up anyway. And then you lose your last pick as well. So you're going to make this pick right now, and then you're going to get 2 fifth-round picks.
Okay. All right. So, I am going to go with George here. And George, nope, don't take this personal. But this name came and it just, out of the ones I had to pick left and stuff like that, these other names I got coming up fits better. So I'm going to go with Swamp Ass.
Listen, big guys get swamp ass all the time. I used to walk around when I was working at SpaceX and I was working up on the pad. I tell them, man, I got swamp ass. So yeah,
Actually, the reason why is because you're in Florida, and I already had Jason pick, so that's the only reason why I went with you on that.
Dude, I used to get swamp ass real bad. Like when I first started at SpaceX and we were working on the pad, it was bad. So no, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Well, if anybody was tuned in before, they're definitely not now. All right, Rich, you get 2 picks here, and since they are not designated last round picks, you can spin the wheel for both if you like.
Let's spin the wheel one more time.
All right. All right, you're going to make a forced trade with me, but you get to pick the trade. So you and I are trading, and you get to make the pick. Remember, make the trade.
Let's see what we got here.
You have to take either Honky Tonk or Junk. Oh wait, no, that's not. You're taking Type 2 or Tramp Stamp, and giving me. Oh, go ahead.
We're just gonna go ahead and switch the 2 Georges around. Make it simple.
Okay, I'm cool with that because that was a good one. I like it. All right. Now you make the pick.
Yep. So my next one is gonna go for Joe, and it is gonna be pudding.
Pudding.
I like it. This is a fun draft. This is all we do is make fun of each other.
He
And
gets to
then-
pick. He gets to pick one more.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
gonna,
can spin again, right?
I'll
Yeah,
take
you can.
pudding.
You can if you want.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick myself on this one,
Okay.
and mine is gonna be pinto bean.
Man, I had another one. I wasn't going to go there, but I might now.
Well,
If you-
I'm not gonna
you-
give you. I had another one, but I was gonna see if you guys would come up with it first.
No, you opened the floodgates, so I might go there now. I don't know.
So- I'm gonna go ahead and spin the wheel.
All right. Here we go. Also making a forced trade with George, but Jason, you get to make the trade.
Okay. George is gonna get the moist F Muppet.
I have a feeling that one's gonna be a hot potato.
And let's see.
I want that one, so I hope that one stays with me.
And I'm gonna take the Sanchez for Rich.
There you go.
And that kind of frees me up because I was worried here because I'm gonna pick another one for Joe because it just fits. And I was worried that I was gonna have two Joes and two Georges and then be locked in without a wild card for the future. But now that I got rid of one of my Georges and got a Rich, I can do this. Feel a little more comfortable. This is going to be Sloppy Joe.
Oh yeah,
That's
it was
good.
on there. It was on
You know-
there.
You know what would have been great is if I would have said Sloppy Joe and then picked like Justin. But
Yeah, I was waiting for it. It was on there for me.
That's a good one.
so, all right. Feeling good about my
All right,
team
who's
now?
up next? Me?
Oh, sorry, that's my bad.
Oh, it's okay.
Kenny,
Oh
is
no,
up.
Kenny's up next. Yeah.
Oh, I'm up.
You
all
spinning
right.
the wheel or taking your pick?
Yeah, let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
All right.
You got to spin it twice, right?
Yeah, you have to at least twice. All right, you're going to make a forced trade with Jason, but again, Jason gets to make the choose the trade.
All right, Kenny. See, I don't have a Justin yet. I think I'm gonna take a single shot, and I'm gonna give you Hawk Tua.
Okay.
Oh man, Kenny was
I will
excited
take
about that one.
Yeah.
And I did love, by the way, Hawk Tua. I was on my smoke break when Jason signed that one. That was a perfect one for George. Hawk Tua.
So that means I got to come up with another one for Justin, then, don't it?
Hey, the
Yeah,
Hawk Tour,
yeah.
shouldn't it be spelled Hauk?
Well, actually, Jason's the one that made the pick, and then he's the one that spelled it. So I guess it's up to him.
He went with a
A lot
fancy
of-
spelling. is
I
what he
just
did.
spell bad.
Yeah.
And Tua should have an H at the end.
Not the way we say it.
Okay. If you want
He,
fancy
he said he
football
gave it to you.
spelling.
Well, he said he gave it to you because you're a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, which makes sense.
All right. So Kenny spun the wheel on that one, so he gets the orange square. And what is your pick here, Ken?
Oh, well, I'm going to go with Rich on this one, and I don't really truly, Rich, have a rhyme or reason why. For me, it just fits you, man. And again, I don't know why. I just look at you and think it. I'm I'm gonna go with Scooter.
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 And I think we actually lost Rich for a minute, but oh no, it fits. That one fits.
I like it.
Wait, hang
somebody,
on a sec.
wait, here I can.
We missed. Rich had 2 picks back to back, right?
I put it down at the bottom
Okay.
because
Okay, I
that way,
gotcha.
if a trade has to be made, we don't mess it
Yeah,
up.
I got you.
Okay. All right, so I go. So before I forget, like I did in the last round, let me spin that wheel, baby. Spin that wheel.
I love the enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah.
Joe's
No whammies, no
excited
whammies,
about
no
this
whammies.
There's a lot of whammies.
Well, with this particular event we're doing tonight, the wheel doesn't scare me. Normally, it
Right.
scares the heck out of me.
All right, the first Kenny pick on the board that is eligible for a swap must be swapped with the most recent Kenny pick.
Jesus.
Has there? No, not Kenny's
Okay.
pick. The pick that has Kenny's
That
name
someone
on
assigned.
it. Yeah.
Ah,
So let's see. The last one was actually in the eligible rounds. Nobody has chosen a Kenny yet. It doesn't look like. Am I wrong?
Nope.
No, you were
Okay,
right.
so
Nope.
so we're gonna respin. And I'm glad I didn't take it off.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that we were picking names for other people. I would have thought harder about like names that seemingly fit people better.
All right, make a forced trade with Justin, but I get to make the trade. All right. Let's see. And who spun that, Kenny? Or
No.
Joe?
No, I
No,
did.
Joe. All right. So Joe, you and I must make a trade. I can give you Swamp Ass or Tramp Stamp, and I'm getting Honky Tonk or Junkyard Dog. All right. So first off, between the two,
Joe's got a wrestling thing going there. Bandit,
Yeah.
Muscle Dad, Honky Tonk, JYD.
yeah, we already talked about that. Thanks for tuning in.
Listen, I'm under the weather. I'm a little behind here. Okay.
All right. All right. So between the two that are eligible, I really do like Honky Tonk. What's hurting me here is I've got really good names for both me and Jason. So I guess between the two of them, I'm gonna take the Junkyard Dog because I want to make sure I don't get pigeon-toed and not be able to take the one I want to take for myself later. So I'm going to take Junkyard Dog. And Joe, I'm going to make it no, I'm going to give you Swamp Ass. I'm going to give you Swamp Ass.
Yeah. Take Swamp Ass.
I was going to make
it sounds trucky.
I thought about making it look like you were naming yourself Tramp Stamp, but that's all right. I like that name, so I'm going to hang on to it. So, Joe, go ahead and make your pick here, my man.
All right. I'm going to give Rich, who I haven't assigned a name to, I'm going to give Rich Vida Loca, Crazy Life, Vida Loca.
Yeah, bet he likes that one.
That's not bad.
Rich, you're muted if you're saying something.
All right, I guess he's not. So all right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. I get 2 picks here, so I'm going to spin it both times and get them out of the way and see what happens. Because so far, I kind of like my team, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to spin it in the future.
I had to switch because my laptop went dead. Did I get swapped with anything?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Nope, you're good.
Oh, I thought he did.
I don't think so. I know you and I switched.
What about? I don't remember seeing. I don't see Pinto being on there no more. What happened?
It's at the bottom. It's in round 9 because you had 2 in that one round, so we moved it down. Yeah, no, I guess you didn't. Well, did you already know that you had type 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I made my wheel spin, and it is all picks in the third round get flopped. So the first pick switches with the last, the second with the second to last, etc. And there are no odd numbers, so we don't have to worry about that next part. So that's it. Just the third rounds get swapped. All right. While he's working on that, I guess I can look at my list here and see who I haven't. I've got Rich and Kenny. I've got Joe and. Oh man, that gave me another Rich. That's not good for my strategy. All right.
Hawk 2. I'll take Hawk 2.
Yeah. Is anybody upset with the swap there?
I mean, I kind of liked Hawk 2.
I can't see what did I get?
You got
moist. You got the moist F Muppet.
You got the moist F Muppet. Yeah, I kind of wanted to keep that one. I would never call Jason Happy Buddha, so but it's whatever.
It kind of feels like a ramen.
I mean, it kind of does.
So I need George and Jason because I'm saving myself for later. How do I still need George after all that? Like,
I think you picked me, but then I think it got moved around.
Yes, it keeps getting moved around. But all right. So I've got 2 picks in a row here, so I'm going to go a little bit different angle here. This is an angle that nobody has touched yet so far. I'm not sure that you will touch it in the future. I do want to remind everybody before I make these picks, I'm not being political here. I'm about to hit both sides of the spectrum. We've had a lot happen this week in the news with the with everything going on, and I'm not making light of either health issues or assassinations. None of that is funny stuff. So it's nothing like that. But I am making fun of some politics here. Yeah, because I know what some of you guys lean there. So I'm going to start with do I have one for you yet, Jason? No, I don't. All right. So I'm going to start with Jason here. Jason, your call sign is going to be Trumpster because I know how much you dislike that call sign.
That's fair.
So you're going to be Trumpster. Let's see. And then
were you going to spin
Kenny,
again, Justin?
I've got Kenny and Joe, so that leaves Rich with the only other one that I know for sure is right. So I've got one for him. Yeah, you're right. I better go ahead and spin again. That's a good call. I did say that. So. All right, I'm going to make a forced trade with Rich, but Rich gets to choose the trade.
All right, so I am getting on the older age and stuff like that where I'm as blind as a bat and I cannot read this on my phone no more, so you're going to have to tell me.
Okay, you can trade away Moist F Muppet, Type 2, Puddin', and then you can pick up Dirty Sanchez for you, Tramp Stamp for Joe, Trumpster for me.
All right, so I'm going to give away Type 2 George.
He's keeping the F Muppet. Excellent.
It's a good pick.
It is funny.
And then what can I pick from again?
Dirty Sanchez, which is your name, Tramp Stamp, which is for Joe, and then Trumpster, which is for me.
I'll take Dirty Sanchez.
Can we get a clip of that?
I bet you will. All right.
I really wish I would have protected that Dirty Sanchez because I think that one was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, it seems to be popular.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, so that changes up my board a little bit then. So now I have, oh man, I feel like I have all of the right-leaning guys in here, but I got to give it to somebody. So George, just perfectly fitting for you and where you align. Your next pick is going to be the Cultist.
The Cultist. Okay.
Yeah. All right. That was a lot more enjoyable for me than it was the rest of you, so I appreciate you all letting me have that moment. George, back-to-back picks. You can choose to spin the wheel or not. Up to you.
Yeah, we're gonna spin the wheel because I got to get the second one out the way. So I want to go ahead and knock that out.
I have a lot of other political names available too, but I'm not going to go that route again. We'll talk about them at the end. All right, the last pick that you made, George, must be swapped with the last pick that I made. The last pick I made was the Cultist.
Yes.
Get what you deserve. It's twisted fate, Justin.
No, it's good because now George has it for himself. All right, and what was the last pick that?
It's Twisted Fate for the Cultist.
Oh, I get what you said that now. I thought you meant it was Twisted Fate that I lost it.
No, Twisted Fate, the call sign.
I guess it was Twisted Fate.
All right. So now who do I have? Can you scroll up on the screen so I can see who I have and who I still need to name? I got Jason, Joe, 2 Jasons, and a me. So I need Justin and Kenny and another Rich. Okay. I'm gonna go with Kenny here. And one thing I know about Kenny is he's from Indiana. And the obvious pun on that is "Who's your daddy?" And it's spelled like Indiana Hoosiers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be "Who's your daddy?"
Well, I like it.
Love it.
And let's go ahead and spin the wheel again because I actually am enjoying the wheel.
Oh yeah, I like the wheel in tonight's event.
Yeah, like Joe said, he's got no fear of the wheel at all. Like
not tonight.
These are great. Nope.
All right, the first Joe pick on the board. So this is designated to be Joe. The first one on the board that's eligible, that was given to Joe. It must be swapped for the last or the most recent one that was given to Joe.
So Smokestack and Sloppy
Smokestack
Joe.
is good.
Smokestack and Sloppy Joe swap. Anybody see anything different? Am I missing something? Seems like that's
Nope.
right.
I can't tell. It all confuses me anyway.
Wait a minute.
No, and then Sloppy Joe. Yeah.
Where was the Smokestack? I thought the first one was Tramp Stamp.
Tramp Stamp.
Does it get switched
It's
with?
in the same.
Does it get switched?
It's in this.
Is it getting? Is it one of those getting switched with Vita Loca?
Oh, you're right. It's Tramp Stamp and Sloppy Joe.
And
it's Joe names. Or so,
yeah.
I thought one of them was. I thought it was replacing
No, it's Smokestack
last...
because if you start at the first round, you go to the right. Second round is left. Third round is right. Fourth round. Okay. Yep.
It's the first one that was taken. It would be Tramp Stamp.
Right.
And then the last one that was taken, unless
Sloppy
you
Joe.
guys, was Sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed I'm losing Sloppy Joe. I thought that was good.
Yeah, that's very good.
That was a good one. I liked it.
All right, and so I need another name. I gotta get Justin on the board here, and I'm gonna go again. I'm surprised it's still available. I know Justin will actually appreciate this. I could actually see this being his call sign as a trucker. We're gonna go with We're gonna go with Jigsaw.
Oh yes, nice, very good. I like it.
For who?
I
I'm
knew
sorry.
you would.
For me.
Yep.
Jigsaw. Yeah, and those of you that play in Frankenstank know that that's also my team name, Justice Jigsaw Judgment. Jigsaw is my favorite horror themed or horror movie series. So, yep, very good. I like it. Didn't pick on me at all. I appreciate that.
No, I didn't come in here to pick on anybody today.
I did. All right, so I believe I have a pick for everybody now except for myself. I'm still saving mine for the last round, so now it's just about having fun with it. So, oh man, I think no. You know what? I forgot. There's another. I have to go Jason here because I had a really good name for Jason that I wanted to get out there. I knew nobody else would take it, but it fits Jason. I think he'll appreciate it. We're going with, instead of Jason Statham, it's going to be Jason Statham.
I can take it.
There you go.
I could have went with
Not-
Jason Steakenham.
Not going to be a big vote getter. But did you put Joe at the end? That was
Yes,
I
he-
did
he
for
put
fun.
Joe.
okay. I forgot to spin the wheel. I meant to spin the wheel. Oh well.
I was going to
Oh,
ask
no.
if you were going to
Yeah.
spin the wheel that round too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right. Well, I'm spinning.
All right. All right, Joe. Here's your fate.
My fate is in God's hands.
Ooh. Well, God doesn't like you. Joe loses his next round pick. This pick if he's the one that spun the wheel. So you are the one that spun the wheel. So you lose this pick.
It's all part of God's plan.
But because you get an extra one at the end, so they're going to be more
Mhm.
valuable. Like you just got draft capital. Like your draft value was going to look better. So there
Yeah,
you go.
I don't think my names are being stolen. It's okay.
All right. All right. So Kenny, you are up.
The only one I don't have a name for right now is Jason. I have zero idea.
I could give you some names.
Um,
I'll text you one that you can see for the way around.
but but it has to be for him now, right? Because I haven't have one, right?
No, you could go
No,
with
you've got-
anybody.
You've got a couple of wild cards you can do. So you can do me 8th round.
And the one
I
I
got
sent
you.
you is perfect for Jason.
Yeah, I think I'll go. I'll go ahead and go with Justin and
I'm so intrigued at this point.
you can completely blame Jason or Justin for this one. I'm gonna go with butt stuff.
For Jason, right?
Yeah,
You
Mike
should
Jackson.
ask. You should ask
That's
Justin
perfect.
how I know. You should ask Justin how I know that that name fits.
I don't really want to know how that name fits.
How Justin knows that name fits. You should ask that question.
With extra room. All right, Jason.
I mean, I wasn't going to tell everybody you were loose, but that's fine.
Where's that parental advisory thing that was up in there
Yeah.
earlier?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, Jason, you're up. Are you spinning the wheel, or are you very
Yeah, I
content
am.
with your team? You're
No,
spinning.
I'm
Okay.
spinning.
All right. I bet this is great for your sickness, there, George. All right.
I mean, George has got to be feeling it's. You got to feel better right now though than when you watched the Dolphins.
No.
All
No,
right, Kenny loses.
unlike the Colts, we've actually had a few winning seasons in a row here. So
Yeah, they just can't seem to get it done in the playoffs. Kenny loses his
at
next
least we're in the playoffs. At least we're in the playoffs.
pick. Once, and you're blowing your hat off. All right, so
Made it back to
Ken-
back years, sir. Back to back.
Kenny
years.
loses. Okay, it's been like 35 years or something.
Fourth
Kenny-
most wins in the AFC in the last 4 years.
All right.
But okay, continue.
Okay, I'll continue. Kenny loses his next pick. All right, so not in this round, but he's already done it for this round. So and then you get an extra one at the end.
Okay.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna go in with I had nice picks for people in general. You know, I had Kenny. I had the gambler. You know, and that fit. And I got single shot for Justin because somebody traded it to me. Actually, you know what? I just did spin the wheel, right? That's why Kenny lost. Okay. I am gonna give Justin the name I was gonna give him before I got traded single shot. And I'm just gonna say the professor.
Hey, nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kenny, did you spin the wheel?
I have once. I gotta do it again.
Okay. I didn't know if you did before that last pick or not.
Yeah.
He
All right,
did not
cool.
right before that last one. Yeah.
All right, Rich, the wheel is your option. The designated last round pick for you has already been taken care of, so you can still spin it for both of these picks if you'd like.
Rich is currently blacked out, like not drunk or anything, just like
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Rich is currently stealing my Wi-Fi.
I didn't realize that was going to end with Wi-Fi.
I thought that. I didn't.
I think Rich is back. All right, Rich.
Yeah, I'm trying to multitask with being on the phone now. So
You're good. So I don't know if you heard, but your designated last round pick has already been taken care of. So you technically can spin the wheel for both of these picks if you choose to. It's up to you.
who do I not got anymore?
So you've got Joe, yourself, George, Justin, and Kenny. You need me. So you need me, and then you've got 2 wild cards.
No, he needs you and then 1 wild card.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
All right, let's just go with Jason. Let's just go with Jason on this one, and I'm just gonna keep it short, sweet, and simple, and call him Mr. Clean.
There you go. That's nice.
I will take that. That dude's buff.
Good one.
All right. And are you spinning the wheel before your last one or just rolling with it?
Nope. I'm gonna go wild card on this one. I'm gonna go with myself again, and it's gonna be wetback.
Dude. Oh man. Oh, that's not going to be cool if people don't know that that you are Hispanic and gave that to yourself.
I can't wait for that to end up on Kenny or me or Justin. This is going to be phenomenal.
I don't know how to tag that on Twitter. All right.
Just at George Lopez or Fluffy.
Oh man. No, I don't really care if I get canceled at this point.
Spin it, baby.
All right. Wow. Rich, you were the calm and the more reserved one last time, and now you've got me sweating bullets over here. All right. Jason, your fate is you must select a call sign for Kenny. And all you had left was a wild card, right?
I've got 2 left. I need to do George still, but I've got 2 picks, so I can make one for Kenny.
Oh, yeah, this gonna be payback, isn't it?
It is kind of. It's gonna be riding with Biden.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
That was funny. You riding into Kenny. Congratulations on your retirement.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Enjoy the beach house and the lake house and all that.
That is about the worst thing you could have.
Yeah. I mean, you were going to get something similar from me if I hadn't already.
Personally, you should have went with kicking with Kamala, but I mean, riding with Biden is fine as well.
But hey, Kenny, the good news is not this round because you lost your pick, but the next round you'll have the opportunity for some more payback if you choose to. So, Joe, my man, you are up. Have you hit everyone?
Can I ask a quick favor? Can I ask a quick question here? I'm sorry to cut in here, but do you feel like with what I just did, I gave Kenny some butt stuff?
I think Kenny feels that way.
Yes, I do.
Living up to the name.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, Joe, you have already selected 3 Georges because of what the wheel has done to you. So your
Mhm.
wild cards are out of it. So you have to select other people other than George,
I was just gonna
yourself,
ask.
or George, yourself, or Rich are off the board. So you need to select for Jason, Kenny, or me.
Yep, gotcha. And I'm gonna spin.
All right. So this will take care of his 2 spin minimum.
Yeah, I think I did 2 spin. Spun the last 2 times.
Oh yeah, no, you did. That's right. It went to the
So,
last
but
round.
I can spin again, right? Might
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's spin that wheel, baby.
You must select a call sign for Jason. Now, was that one that you needed to make anyway?
Yeah, because right now I guess all I have is Rich and George, so that's good.
Okay,
All
yeah.
right,
So
I'm good.
make one for Jason.
All right, here's let's see, I have so many good ones that I actually like that I originally had for myself. Well, you know what? I think this is a this is nothing that's necessarily appropriate or not appropriate for Jason. I just happen to like it, and I think it's silly and still sounds truckerish. And I'm going to go with Rubber Ducky.
There you go. I like it. That's on my list.
Get out of here! You're lying.
If
Nope, I'm
Jason
dead
drove a
serious.
truck or a Jeep, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I did not have somebody designated for it, but I did have it on my list as one of the more playful ones.
Apparently, it was a call sign in the movie Convoy. I think it was
Yeah.
actually Rubber Duck. And I was just Googling that before. I saw Convoy, but like back in like the late 70s
Yeah.
as a kid.
I had it as number 61 on my list of 65.
Damn.
Somebody's
doing their homework.
I come prepared. All right, so mine and all I have left is for myself. So this is actually, and I'm sure Kenny's probably seen it. I don't know if I used this fantasy football team name before he joined our league or not, or if it's been after, but I've used it for several leagues, especially back early on when I was trying to open up about, testicular cancer, men's health awareness, and all that sort of stuff. I wanted to make light of the situation. And so my team name, my call sign for myself is Obi-Wan Cajone.
Mm-hmm, I've heard it. Yes.
Spell Cajone.
Cajone.
It would have sounded better if you said Obi-Wan Cajones.
No, because that's 2, plural, right?
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't know. Do you ever watch Airheads? Their band name was the Lone Ranger.
Years ago.
Their band name was the Lone Ranger.
Oh shit! I forgot I could spin the wheel again. Man, that's twice now. I wanted to, but I've got my 2 out of the way. And also, I was looking at it. Kenny, you will have to spin the wheel on this next one, I believe. Okay. Everybody else has met their minimum. George, you cannot for the 8th round pick, but you can for this one if you want. All right. He's saying spin it. All right. All right, George. Oh, I'm going to lose it. The first pick, or the first Justin pick on the board, eligible for a swap, must be swapped with the most recent pick of Justin on the board. So let's take a look at that again. Kind of sucks. I'm going to lose it. I saved it for myself for the last round to decrease the odds of losing it. And
so honky tonk.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Man. Kenny, you just got a diamond in the rough, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I like honky tonk. Just, man, not as good as my pick. All right, George.
All right. So, do I have to select for somebody specific?
Okay, you have Jason and Joe, and you have another Jason. You have yourself.
I gotta do Rich. I gotta do a Rich. All right.
Rich, and then a wild card.
All right. So, I'm gonna go with Rich. Give him a name. He's been called numerous times throughout his life. Gonna keep it simple. It's a sign of respect. It's a name that is earned, definitely not given. We're gonna go with Devil Dog.
Devil Dog.
Love it.
And then for the last one, I'm gonna go. How many? So I'm gonna go with myself for the last one. We're just gonna go with something simple, something straightforward. Showtime.
Knew it was coming.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna take it. I'll take it at the end.
And
Good
who was
one.
that for?
That was for me. Showtime is for
man.
me.
George.
That, he's one of those guys that gives himself nicknames. So he's got a bunch of nicknames for himself.
I was actually thinking of prime time for him earlier.
All right, I am done, Joe. You this
All right. I have
yeah, go
back-to-back picks, right? This is the last round, correct?
well, it still goes snake, so you don't get that last round just yet. It goes snake. So,
Gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
But you can
so-
spin if you want.
yes,
Yeah,
since
why
this
not?
isn't
It's not your last pick.
Okay, all right,
Yep.
cool.
Might as well.
Here we go.
The
Joe.
wheel's been fun tonight.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
the
think
first time
anybody
I
has
haven't
been
been
sweating
upset.
bullets.
Jason gets an extra pick in the next. Is that even possible, Jason?
No, because I only have one pick left. Unless you want to give
Okay.
me another pick. I can get
we're gonna
9.
remove that one. All right. Jason loses his next pick. Is that technically the next round?
It's this round, so I guess I can lose this round and then have to select.
No, because it says it has to be the next round. So
Okay.
we'll remove that one. And because of the George rule, he says we should just keep going until we get one. So
Makes sense.
I added that in.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, Joe. I hope all you have left is a wild card.
I can't do George.
You can't do George.
I already
Okay,
have 3 Georges.
but I can leave that one on because somebody else might. So
You know what? You don't need to spin anymore. All right, it's spun. After this, if it doesn't work this time, I'll just move it along.
oh, hey, we can
Right,
do this
we
one. You
can-
make a forced
yeah.
trade with George, but George picks the trade.
Joe, I'll be friendly to you. You know that.
Of course.
All right. So, Joe, you're gonna get. Was that you who came up with the Happy Buddha?
No,
Okay.
That was
well,
Rich.
I think that was Rich. That was Rich.
okay.
I believe.
I'm gonna give you Happy Buddha,
All right. Take Happy Buddha.
and I'm gonna take. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. No, I have 2 Jasons. Okay, so I can spare a Jason. All right.
Yeah, I have 3 Georges.
I'm gonna take a George from you. Get one of them off your
Okay.
your plate there. I can do that. And we're gonna go with why not? Let's go with Haktua. Why not?
I think it's appropriate. I wanted Hawktua.
I was going
love
back and forth
Haktua.
between that and
Listen.
Swamp Bass.
Listen, we're all guys. We all want Haktua.
Well, I think Hawk is it Huak? Or am I
It
wrong?
Yeah, when
depends
you,
on.
when you that's HAUK.
It's
Let's see.
yeah. It's all.
doesn't
up to,
matter
it's all
how
up
it's
to
it's
Jason.
spelled.
Huak. It's
It doesn't
right,
matter
it's
how. It doesn't matter how it's spelled. Everybody knows what it means.
right.
All right, Joe. So who was
So I
your last?
get to pick. No,
Oh,
I
you
have
get
this
2
pick, and I
picks,
have,
yeah.
and then round 9. All right, I have to pick for Kenny,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do. Let's see, I'm gonna do. Gonna go with Tess Tickle for Kenny.
Holy crap.
Joe, you
That
can
one-
take a look at it and let me know if it's spelled the way you
It's
want it. But I think that's
it's
right.
spelled perfect.
Yeah.
That was the one I sent him. That
Man.
spelled perfect.
Oh man, somebody spin the wheel and give me that one.
Well, Kenny, he does have to spin the wheel.
Oh, that's right, he does. All right, here we go.
You know,
Let's
I'm
see.
going to Google testicle because I don't even know what that is.
You might not want to Google that.
Forget
Don't
it.
click on
Sorry.
images.
Sorry, Kenny. Oh my God!
Oh,
Sorry, Kenny.
here's a big one.
Oh
big one.
shit! Now I've got that one associated. Oh my gosh!
All picks in the third round get shifted to the right 2 spots.
Oh, what am I ending up with here?
It's definitely not testicle.
You're getting
No.
Muppet. You're getting Muppet.
Oh,
Oh, I get it back. Yes.
what did you get back?
Obi-Wan.
Uh,
I mean, it kind of sucks I lose type 2. That one was pretty funny, but all right, Kenny, you can go ahead and make your pick. You're getting the Muppet. So George, so who do you have to make a pick for?
is my
Do we have
wild
to
card
check to
now?
make sure that this works?
Well, remember that's why I threw in that last round. Somebody may have to change the name it was designated to. So yeah, let's check. Everybody, check your team. Make sure you have one of each. See, we'll start with Rich. Rich has Kenny and me and George, and he also has himself and Joe and a Jason. So Rich is good. Jason, you have Joe, Kenny, George.
I have to pick me. I have to pick me in this last round. Yeah, so now I have to choose one from me.
Do you hold on? Do you have a Rich?
No.
Okay, so that one that was just given to you, you need to change it from George to either you or Rich.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. You won't have a George then.
How's that working out? Something weird
You
happened.
got 2 Joes,
Hold
2
on.
Justins, and 2 Kennys.
Were you already messed up beforehand?
I don't think so. No, because
No?
I had.
You had yourself.
Yeah, I had one for me. Okay.
All right. So
I just got to name this. I'll name this Rich, and then I have to pick one for me.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, that works. All right, and then Kenny's. Let's check yours. You got yourself and George and Joe, and Rich, Jason, and then
He's going to have to pick one for Justin.
yeah, okay. So Kenny, you have to pick one from me. Joe, it has himself and George and Jason. Then he has Rich.
He's got to pick a Justin.
Okay, cool. I have Rich, Kenny, myself, Joe, Jason, and George. So I'm still good. And Jason, Joe, George, Kenny, me, and Rich. So you're still good, George, right?
No, I don't have a Joe. Oh, wait a second. I do have a Joe. It's at the very top, isn't it?
Gramps.
Yeah, you have Gramps. Protected.
It was scrolled down on my screen. I couldn't see it.
All right, cool. So everybody knows what you have to pick, right? All right. So who's next then?
Is it my
Kenny
pick?
is
It's
up.
my
'cause
pick.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm kind of bummed because I was wanting to pick the last one for me, another one that I like, but I can't do that now. So this again is just kind of gonna. I got to pick one for Justin, right?
Well, hold on. You do have an extra pick at the end too. So that
Yeah.
means you still have a wild card left. You can choose this one for you and then just do me in that last round if you want.
All right, well, let's do that. Everybody knows most people know I coach softball, correct?
Yeah, it's been kind of a hindrance on this show.
Well, so I'm going to go with me again, and I'm going to go with Coach K.
Oh, nice. That's lovely.
Those
Also
guys in
retired,
Kentucky
right?
love you.
He doesn't care about those votes. They don't know how to get on the internet anyway.
What's that?
He said those guys in Kentucky love you, and I said they don't know how to get on the internet anyway. All right, Jason. Your
Yeah,
last
I'm bummed. I'm bummed this worked out this way, so I couldn't give George the name I wanted to give him, and I got to pick one for me. I didn't really have a good one for me. So I was just I'll just say Rocket Man.
That's what I had down as another one for you. George said that nobody else would go with the space theme after he took one, and as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh, Rocket Man would be a good one."
Yeah,
I
Rocket Man's better than Space
figured-
Cadet.
I doubt that.
Let's see, Kenny. This is where you get your wild card, or no, it has to be me because your wild
It
card
has to
was
be Justin. Yep.
That's for you. All right. Well, this goes back to kind of the one nut thing again, Justin, but kind of not too. It's kind of a dig. I'm going to go with One Pump Chump.
What? How is that a dig, man? It frees up so much extra time in the day. All right, Joe. Do you know who you have to take with your last pick?
Yeah, and Kenny, I apologize. If I knew what testicle even meant, I never would have picked it. I just went with George's recommendation. I didn't Google it beforehand.
No.
it-
Now that you said that, you got to tell us what Google says.
You got to Google it. I'm not talking about it.
Joe, it's funny because it's singular at that. It's not testicles. It's just testicle.
Yeah.
There's only one. It's singular.
Yeah, you know what? All right, gotcha. Gotcha. I don't think anyone's gonna get the that meaning there, but if they Google testicle. All right, so I got to do with Justin. I have a special one for Justin. And Justin, this might actually win it for you. All right.
Oh.
And it's MAGA Trucker, MAGA capital letters Trucker.
Gotcha. So
It was going to be between that. It was going to be between
Joe?
that and Red Hat MAGA.
Joe, they said you could use 3 words. Are you sure you don't want to throw ultra in the front of that?
Yes, Ultra MAGA Trucker. Let's do it.
So in other words,
Now leave it MAGA Trucker. I like it nice and clean.
in other words, a train wreck. I'm just driving this truck right into a train, is what you're saying.
We'll see how it
I like
goes.
it. I like it, Joey. I like it. All right. So I think that's it, right? Everybody has 8.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, man. What a one to end on there, Joe. All right. All right. So honorable mentions. I usually start up the front here. Rich, do you have any on your list that weren't taken?
He's shaking his head no.
No. Okay. Well, so he was just Googling as we went the last couple of rounds. So, all right, Jason, how about you? Any extra on your list?
Well, so I had for George, I had bus driver. Because George used to be an amphibian assault vehicle driver when he was in the Marines. So I would always call him a glorified bus driver in the military.
Gotcha.
And then Justin just cut himself. Oh, now he's back.
I had to cough. I hit the wrong button.
That's the only one. I had a
Oh.
list of dumb ones, but
Gotcha.
that was the last specific one I
Gotcha.
had.
Kenny, we already know you ran out because I had to text you some, but any that popped to your mind later on?
Oh, I had a lot of them that would have definitely wouldn't have pertained to anybody, but such as my dad used to know this lady that he worked with, and she was a big old girl, and they called her Big Bertha. That was her CV handle, and then there was another lady that was let's just say her and I would preferred the same type of women, let's say, kind of, and they called her Harry Cooter. So, and then you had Big Mac, Big Mac Stack. I mean, there's all kinds of them I could have said, but but having to make it more about each other was kind of more fun. Then it kind of took some of those off the table for me.
Eli, believe it or not, one of these days that's going to be funny to you, man. I know it doesn't sound like it. You may not think it, but one of these days that's going to be funny. Optimus
that?
Prime, yes. Eli, he wrote this in. Can we stop talking
could
about
always-
our male parts?
We could have done Lot Lizard would have been one.
Lot Lizard,
Yep.
yeah.
That was on my list. Yeah. Joe, how about you? Any on your list that you were hoping?
Nothing that sticks out. Kenny had mentioned Big Bertha. I had Big Bird on here, but it wasn't necessarily one of my favorites. Leadfoot, Road Warrior, or some that Snowman was the name of a character, and it was actually Smokey and the Bandit. It was Bandit's like best friend. That was his call sign, Snowman. Nothing else that really sticks out to me.
So, George, how about you before I rattle off mine?
Yep. So what I did is I broke it down by individual. So for like Jason, I had JBF or Jimmy Buffett fan because I know he's just a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. For Joe, I had other than Gramps, I had Smoke Break, Cigarette Break, and Bob Ross. For
Bob Ross.
for Kenny,
I would love Bob Ross.
Yeah.
For Kenny, other than Who's Your Daddy, I had One Ball and Rusty Trombone. We used all of Rich's. For Justin, I had Stub Toe, One Ball, Testicle, which I sent to Joe to use that he used for Kenny. And then for me, I had the ones that I used for me that didn't get used. I had a Cupcake and Hammer Toe.
So I missed that I knew you had sent something to Joe, but it was the one that you ended up setting him up for. You didn't realize what it was.
I didn't know it was a setup. Like, I figured if I sent that to anybody, they would have immediately got that. I didn't realize I was setting Joe up because he didn't ask.
So
Well, actually, I did.
Joe.
If you check out, I asked about like 5 minutes later. I'm like, well, what does that even mean? He didn't respond. I'm like, whatever.
Oh, that's because I didn't see it. If you would have told me to check Twitter, I would have.
I know. I didn't. So I'm like, whatever. I'll just go with Testicle.
Now, Joe,
then
remember this for the next time we try to pull a prank on George. You don't owe him anything. He owes you now.
The debts are paid up. All debts are paid up. We can scheme behind George's back again. All debts are paid up.
And then I have I'm not going to rattle all these off, but like I got a list of funny names here from Urban Dictionary, and that's where the testicle came from. Like one is Mo, Lester, Ben, Dover. Let me see, Mike Hunt. This is your stupid typical.
Yeah.
Yeah, sixth grade stuff.
Chris P. Bacon. That's a pretty good one. I actually like these. Sun G's, nuts. Ligma, balls.
Okay, yeah. We get the point. We get the point.
Ting Wong. Yeah. There's a whole list of them here. They're all pretty fantastic.
My second one on the list, I wasn't actually able to use because somebody used some kind of a bear for George, a Smoky Bear for George. I had Teddy Bear for George. And those of you that know about Red Sylvine, Teddy Bear is actually a pretty common trucker call sign. So that was number 2 on my list. The one I had for Joey that I thought was extremely creative. I thought it was really fun. I just, because of the way the wheel fell, I wasn't able to throw it out there. I thought Joey Cuervo would be a good one for Joe.
Love it.
And then also
Smoking
Camel Joe. I don't know how that one was a hit. I had Tater Love. I had some good food ones on here. Tater Love and Biscuit, Whiskey Nips. Whiskey Nips. And then for George, I also had G-Spot. I thought that would be funny. Let's see. Agent Orange for obvious reasons. Coffee Mate. Uno, in case I had to go deep for me or Kenny. I was going to go Uno. But yeah, it's a lot of them out there. I did have Jigsaw on there for myself. So whoever pulled that, George, I think pulled that one out. That was a good one. But yeah, fun draft, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in.
Totally.
Oh yeah, we do have to do. Nobody got the thing where we We get to select who we're with in the polls. I am going to try to set these polls on Instagram as well, so you guys can vote twice. You can vote on Instagram or you can vote on Twitter if I get it set up properly, and that'll hopefully all take place tomorrow. Let me write down everybody's name here on the wheel so we know who's going up against who. Okay. Here we go. So the first three I spin are going to be against each other in the polls. So Kenny. Rich. And Joe. Kenny, Rich, and Joe. And then that leaves myself, George, and Jason. So I'll probably do the top two from each group, get to move on to the next round to make it for a 4-person final. It's always a lot more fun. And it's also easier to set who finished in what position, to be quite honest, in those later positions. So now we have to spin the wheel again to determine what our next draft is going to be. And I forgot about that, so might need somebody to do some filler here.
Well, just remember patreon.com/toiletstitles. We have a tier for every salary, starting at a couple bucks on up. And again, the more you give, the more you get. So give a lot. So there's that. Eli is upset that we didn't mention some of his names. Scrolling back through, he wanted us to use South Park Kenny. He who dies a lot for Kenny. So let's see.
I got it now if you want to.
Okay.
So here's a list of 48 items that we could potentially be drafting from in 3 weeks from yesterday, because we try to do it Saturday night. So 3 weeks from yesterday, we will be drafting next.
The next draft is when we're in Canton as well.
Oh yeah, okay. So we'll be drafting this one live from Canton. So it'll be our final draft of the year, of the season. Animals that we would like to be.
I'm already an animal.
We will be drafting animals that we would like to be. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I'm throwing out humans and all humans in general. We cannot try to fight over drafting Joe Clark 101. So this is non-human animals. All right,
sounds good.
And you know what? What the hell? Let's make it crazy. We'll do anything in the animal or insect kingdom. You can be kingdoms, birds, whales, like whatever in the animal or insect kingdom. How about that?
Good. Let's do it.
Sounds good to me.
And no parameters. No parameters either.
Reptiles and mammals, right? Other
Yeah,
than
sure.
humans.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Pretty much any living thing except humans.
Okay.
So if you were going to say pick like a bird, you have to be specific breed. Say like a bald eagle or something like that.
Yeah,
Someone else
absolutely.
could pick like a falcon or something like that.
And I really want to wish Justin good luck on tagging for the next draft.
Actually, I'm worried about tagging on this one, to be honest with you, because I don't know.
Just at real Donald Trump, at real Donald Trump, and I guess at Joe Biden because of Ken.
Also, Haktua is going to get a lot of votes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you tag butt stuff, but Justin, you'll figure it out.
Somebody wants to say hi.
Hey,
there,
River,
little buddy.
Say hi.
Hey, buddy. Hey,
dude.
Little buddy's
Hey,
his
bud.
trucker name.
Hey, Justin, I'm logging off.
All right, man. Thanks for fighting through it, man. Appreciate you. Get better.
Yeah, George, feel
Yep,
better,
see
George.
y'all later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. So we lost Rich too. All right.
All right, guys. Oh,
So we'll
we're
see you
still
guys live at Canton next in 3 weeks. Live in Canton, Ohio for the Fantasy Football Expo. Guys, I still got some discount codes I can throw out there. $20 off for a weekend pass, or just a free entry into just the expo on Sunday if you want. I've got a promo code for you. Hit us up at Toilets and Titles.
No, River, no.
All I require is that you're following us on Twitter at Toilets and Titles. And follow at the FF Expo. Make sure you're following them as well, and I'll get you that promo code. And then also, I'm out of rooms. I did get them all booked in our 4 Airbnbs that we have, our 4 Toilets and Titles Airbnb houses. All of the individual rooms are booked. But if you're willing to stay in a room with somebody else in like a twin bed, or if you're willing to sleep on a couch or something, I'll hook you up with a really good rate. $50 for the entire weekend. That's way better than a hotel room, even though you might have to sleep on a couch or share with someone.
Spoon with George.
Not share a bed. I'm not going to make you do. I would never do that to a listener. But anyway, appreciate you all signing in and enjoying the draft with us. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, all.